Score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Striker, 3-3. Let's go now. Blaster, 6. Black Ultra.
In motion right goes Reed.
Ready?
Throwing. Love. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Triple, 38. Here we go, here we go. Drill green.
In motion right comes Reed.
Hut, hut.
To the air again, Love. Completed out left to Dobbs. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a first and goal.
10 cycles. 52 blaster.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Ready.
Jacobs is in. Touchdown, Packers. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good, and this is now a 1-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ready, ready.
On 2nd and 10, Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can.
Come on, man. What the fuck?
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. Working out of the gun. Love. Able to find his man.
Come on, man. The fuck?
The Packers going to use one of the
Bitch ain't drinking back. Hold up. The bitch, what you on, man?
40 seconds remaining in this first half.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Ready.
Back to throw now on first down. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Love throwing for it. And it's an incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Okay, ready?
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's taken in. Dontavian Wicks. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Right. Let's go now. Ready?
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quay Walker, a sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Off the play fake, Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
On 4th down, Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Here we go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Ready. Shot, 17.
Looking to throw. Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
On the set.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. To throw now. Here's Love. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lucas Van Ness getting free there to bring him down. Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down.
Let's go. Drill, 52. Set.
They'll drop to throw.
Bitch.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Packers are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 2nd and very short, Love. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, 41 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Keyshawn Nixon now going to bring it out of his end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Love. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Here's Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep the offense moving.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Here's 1st and 10. Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's 2nd down. Love looking to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Now Love. Dancing to his left.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found their way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Here we go.
Love.
Oh,
To the
shit.
end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Love looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Ready.
Here's Love.
It's
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go. Black shot. Claude Ray.
Love now. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
Here we go. Set.
Following the interception, Love. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
So advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Let's go now.
First throw in overtime for Love.
Get a fucking pick, man. Come on, man.
Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on 3rd down.
And here in overtime, that had the potential to be the definition of a game-changing interception. But he couldn't find a way to pull it in. And that's a disappointment there.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
This bullshit.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch. And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2.
Come on, set.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Ready, go. Hut.
They'll try and throw for it.
Bitch.
And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Ready. 43 rail. Blue, go. White. Set.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10. Love, he's going to change the play here.
Yellow. Beetle blue. Set, go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Love. That's complete to Dobbs. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And now an audible here into something else.
Black, red. Ready?
Love from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
97. Green Jack. Hut.
To pass, here's Jordan Love.
No!
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Yellow, go. Steel, black. Slide blue. Ready?
Love looking to throw it. Looking deep here for Dobbs. This is caught at the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
And how about that? In a game that's had just about everything, how's that for an answer? Remember, in the past, this game would be over already. But that's a huge play there to give him a fighting chance to go down and possibly tie this game.
Here's Jacobs. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Hey, green. 6, 7. Ready.
Throwing. Love. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
10. Set, ready. Set, hut.
Love. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Ready.
Love to throw for it on 4th.
Bitch! Fuck, nigga!
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses,
Bitch! Fuck, nigga. Fuck, nigga. Fucking bum ass nigga.
Looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes
Bitch.
it really
Fuck off my game,
because
nigga.
maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that fourth down.
Extra point from McManus is good. And with it, his guys take